My name is Egosa Agbonlao. I must inform you that you are in for real entertainment, for real information on today's program, because we're going to narrow it down to Edo State. I know a few weeks ago we talked about what has transpired after the September Guba elections. We've passed that stage now. Today is 31st of October. On the 1st of November, we start counting, because on the 12th of November, Edo State will have a brand new governor. So, as we speak, we have a governor-elect. As we speak, we have the incumbent that is also preparing to leave. And we've seen that the incumbent, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, has been very busy with inauguration of projects. He wants Edo people to know that he has a legacy. He has done what Edo people will never forget. But as we transit to a new era, are we going to have a completely new era? Or are we going to have consolidation on what is on the ground? What are we going to look at for? How should Edo be? Because Edo State is not about any political party. Edo State is not about anybody. Edo State belongs to you and I. It belongs to the people. So my guests, very prominent personalities, will be dissecting this issue of transition. We'll be talking about their expectations. We'll be talking about Edo State that belongs to the people. I have with us Apostle Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. You are welcome to today's program.
Thanks for having me. Viewers, God bless you all.
Okay. I also have with us academics, a man who has distinguished himself in that field, Dr. Maxwell Osage. Nice to have you with us today.
Thank you, Egosa. Thank you, viewers.
Okay.
It's going to be exciting.
I also have with us a leader of people, Apostle Okudili, Godwin Okudili. You're welcome to today's program.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
So, yes, God bless you.
We are going to be looking at what we should expect. But we'll just start with what is on the ground. And I'll be starting with Dr. Elvis Agbonaima. Yes, Godwin Obaseki is leaving. A new governor will come in. Looking at what has happened so far, are you satisfied with what is on the ground in terms of the performance, infrastructural development of Mr. Godwin Obaseki?
The truth of the matter is that one governor cannot do it all.
Okay.
No matter how good a governor or a leader might be, there will always be work to do. But I want to first and foremost say this. You know I'm not a politician.
Yes.
The governor, our outgoing governor, Godwin Obaseki, my personal opinion, and I believe the opinion, the view of many of us, he has done well. You know, when I begin to look at, I am not saying that he has made Edo State Eldorado, but like I said in my opening remark, I said one governor cannot do everything. But looking at his antecedent, he has really done well in many areas, though there are some areas that need fix. But in many areas, he has done well.
Can you highlight some of those areas? And also highlight areas that you...
For example, a lot of institutions in Edo State that looked dead before now, that was in a state, you know, a state of dilemma, has come alive.
Okay.
For example, if you go to our secretariat, you would doubt if you are still in Edo State, the state secretariat. The infrastructure there, a lot of things outside the buildings. You know, when you enter the offices and you see the way the civil service are now operating, you begin to wonder if this is Edo State, because things has improved. For example, College of Health.
That is very close to
the one close to me at
Yes.
Road. If you enter that place, you will think you are in a different, go to school, even School of Nursing at Saple Road. So many places, just to mention a few. And one thing I love about him was there were so many of these institutions that were almost dead before he came. He brought life to them. It is not all about starting new projects. What about the one that was there? And I discovered that a lot of parastatals, even Victor Wifo Creative Hub, by God's grace, I'm the vice chairman of Outgoing of Nigeria. I know what has happened there. Even the observer, if you even go to Ministry of Education, a lot of good things, you can see progress, and these things, these institutions, were, rebuilt, brought back to life by those state money. That's why the incoming governor will have to do everything within his power to make sure that this institution do not die. Continuity. Because this institution does not belong to the outgoing governor. It belongs to Edo State. The money that was used is money that belongs to Edo State. Even my money is part of it. Your money is part of it. As a taxpayer, our money is a part of it. Yeah. Therefore, the incoming governor must look beyond party line. He must make sure that whatsoever all the institutions that the outgoing governor has brought back to life, he must sustain it to make sure everything is improved upon. And he can decide the area the outgoing governor did not, maybe the area he did not fix, he can also work on that area. But the one that he has fixed, like I mentioned some few now, even College of Agriculture, Ekadolo, Iboreaki, the School of Nursing, many of these institutions, because people are working there, and the people that are working there, they are people from Edo State, and the incoming governor must do everything humanly possible to make sure that those institutions does not go down, that whatever the outgoing governor have done must be improved upon. But I doubt.
Okay, can we come back to that so that we'll take this as
because of the body language.
We'll take this of your we'll take this as your opening remarks. Then that doubt will come back later. Okay. So, Dr. Maxwell, now before we postulate, it is good we take a retrospect by looking at what is on the ground. What's your own take so far? Are you satisfied, or you think there's much to be done, even by Governor Baseki, so that the governor-elect can begin to think ahead?
Okay. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for the question.
Okay.
Am I satisfied? I'm like Oliver Twist.
You have a right to be.
I'm like Oliver Twist,
Yes.
so we always ask for more, knowing fully that whether I like it or not, every month I don't debate it. They take my tax,
Okay.
whether I like it or not.
Pay as you earn.
Yes, before the money hits my hand, they remove their own. They have the power. So if you are collecting my money on a daily basis or monthly basis, I don't think I should stop asking for more.
Okay.
The only time I will start asking for more is when you tell me right now that, okay, you have stopped collecting my money on the developmental state aspect of the country. But I haven't said that Rome was not built a day. Wasn't built a day.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed, when you look at government running costs in terms of their personal life and everything, you try to equate it with what they have actually done. Yes, vis-a-vis, we will say it's almost the same, because when you actually look at what they spend on infrastructural development and what they spend in keeping their office or themselves, when you measure it together, it's like 50-50. But, well, we can't blame them. It's what the law created. They are working according to the law. But we believe that if that is reversed by reducing the office expenditure, those things, those incentives that goes with those offices, so that the infrastructural aspect of our country can gain more attention from the budget. But I've said that area where the governor has done well, we should say it. He has done well. So that it doesn't look like we are repeating ourselves. He has said something about civil service. Here is a top notch when it comes to that. But area where I became worried was, if you find out the rainy season is just all through the rainy season, Edo State was in mess. I don't know if you take adequate look at it. It was seriously, I drove past 1, 2, 3, 4 times when it rained. It's like there is no place to drive past in this state. Yes, we have the network. We've always had that network, very good network.
That's the road network
we do. But in terms of, it seems to me that it just got to a point. It's like our road maintenance became like in reverse nature, which ought not to be. Another thing I noticed is that, yes, has he tried in opening many of the road? Yes, he tried. When you look at all the road that he has opened. But the quality of the road, the durability of this road, as you see, the contractor, many of them, because there's virtually no road that Obaseki started that are not a bit faulty right now. Let's call it spade a spade. So every road he has constructed, in his 8 years, it's supposed to be expected that, oh, you leave, at least road should last for a period of time before I start developing some potholes. But you just see road after 3 years, 4 years, or a year plus, you start having some potholes. That's an area where, yeah, he constructed road, but the quality of the road were standard enough. Another thing that I will say that the governor, we said it here. We said it was politics, but the governor ought to have listened to us. But he didn't listen. The idea of saying federal road, that affected a great deal. Do this thing. It's still everybody's money. Because every point coming into the Benin city is unmotorable. The only place you can choose now that you can pass through to Benin is just this Lagos road. If you pass through Auchi road before you get to Benin, by bypass, there are problem. Agbo road, problem. Saple road, problem. And these are all entry points into Benin. Now people cried. People came out, protested and everything. He should have just listened. He should have just listened to the masses and just do the needful.
Okay. Thank you very much, Dr. Maxwell, for your opening remarks. Before Apostle Okudule will give us his opening remarks, let me just quickly mention this. My two guests just reminded me of a great governor that once ruled this state, Dr. Samuel Ogbemudia. Is a legend. Everyone talks about him. Some persons also talk about Professor Ambrose Ali because of what he did in the education sector, the free books and all of that. But Dr. Samuel Ogbemudia is always, people talk about him because of infrastructure.
Yes, all the road.
Some of those structures at the Secretariat were actually the products of Dr. Samuel Ogbemudia that somehow were abandoned, and Mr. Baseki completed the buildings and brought out the beauty in it. Now, there's something that they talk about him that is worthy of mentioning, and that is that Dr. Samuel Ogbemudia of blessed memory, when he was governor, personally supervised some of the road constructions in Edo State. And some persons are saying, why are other governors not emulating that style? You give out contracts, you disguise like Dr. Samuel Gbebudia and monitor the execution of the contract, especially road construction. I just needed to remind you of that because some persons don't know why we keep talking about Dr. Samuel Gbebudia. Well, Apostle Okudili will give us his opening remarks.
Well, to my own view, our governor-elect and our outgoing governor, Obaseki, to me, Obaseki have done his best.
Okay.
You can't please everybody.
Okay.
That is the number one thing. You can't please everybody. But the fact remains that when you are working for the people, you put the interests of the people. Mm. And there are other areas he have touched the heart of the people to the extent that they call him wait-and-see governor.
Yeah, that was in his first tenure.
Yeah, the wait-and-see governor. As a wait-and-see governor, he really, because sometimes you just wake up overnight, you just see road constructed and you are what, I didn't make noise, the road, they will just start using it, no commissioning and so on. And the people get wait-and-see governor. And he keep on doing it, but there's something I have in mind concerning him as he's going now. Concerning wonderful projects, the continuity, because most of these projects are not anyhow projects. There are sophisticated projects, like that of Ministry of Education. You need to go there and see the kind of building, the structure that is putting down there. And it can't finish it. And there must be continuity. Then when you go down to other road networks, like from 19th Street, taking it down to Ewetubu. Yes, I mean, from Welu to Barak, from Barak to Ewetubu, and that road have not been finished. And there is no way, and they cannot abandon such projects. And so many other projects like that. For our governor-elect, it should not put sentiment. It should not, because by the time you bring sentiment, yes, I know there are people that will bring ideas, sentiment, but somehow, if he try to do that, it will not go well, in the sense that I know he have his own blueprint on how to carry out his administration, on how what to do, but the thing is that he should lay emphasis on this project that Governor Obaseki have started. How will I be able to finish it, give a finishing touch? That is on that aspect. But when it comes to, there's something that baffled me, which affected the masses, and that is the area of the masses feeding and the tout. When you happen to go to market, you see a lot of unions, and he did not address it. Our outgoing governor did not address it. You see somebody will bring vegetable to the market without paying something, you can't. But I don't want this, our governor-elect. He should look into, because these are the areas. Can you imagine that a sachet of water now is 15 naira? 3, if they mistakenly or job by mess, they will sell 3 for you for 100 naira. But it's not like that in other states. Should we continue like that? I am saying, in my opinion, that our governor-elect should look at the people and what the people need. How can they be able to put something on the table without taking a lot from their pockets? Our governor-elect should look into that, and also these style that are in the marketplaces. If you have to buy product, bring it to Benin City. If you don't pay, 2 baht of yam is 5,000. Our normal yam, our normal village yam, 7,000. Can you imagine? Most of those yams, some are 7,000, some are 8,000. Should you continue like that? We know that the roads are bad. We know that the road network is not good, but we know. But how long will you continue like that? Then, coming to cattle and all that things, there are certain things our governor, the outgoing governor, did not hit down below. But thank God for the House of Assembly. They are still in session. Their time is still going through. They should not be a rubber stamp because of the new governor that is coming in now. They should stand on their ground, make good policies that will help this government-elect that is coming, and also for the continuation of the project of Governor Obaseki as it's going on. This is my own view.
Thank you very much. I must I must highlight some of the things that Apostle Kuduli just mentioned, and that has to do with the issue of unions. There's a guest that have been with us some time ago, Comrade Urukbe. He keeps talking about unions in the markets. We hope to bring him to this program again. Unions, he keeps talking about it. Comrade Urukbe keeps talking about unions.
It's worse in those states.
That there's a big problem. You heard what Okudili said now. That even sachet water, 15 naira per sachet water, that is not like that in other states. It's not the same water. So why is those states own different? So I think we must highlight that's actually a very big problem. This issue of unions now increasing the price of food items is something that we need to highlight, which Apostle Kuduli just mentioned. I know that the governor-elect, Senator Okpebolo, I know if he's not watching, his aides are watching, and that is the reason why we need to talk. And he talked about the street that leads from 19th Street to Wotubu, Ogida area, and all of that. The road construction has started, but there's no way it can be completed between now and 12th of November. And I believe that's what you are saying.
Yes.
Because 12th of November is just by the corner. These projects must not be abandoned. That's what my guest has just said, and I needed to highlight it so that you can follow the program and understand. Well, Dr. Master, Dr. Elvis, you were talking about doubts. You want to clear the gray areas regarding your doubts.
Okay. Thank you very much for bringing me back. Like I said, that we want continuity.
Okay.
Buying a good car is good. Maintenance is key. That's why they will always say that many of us lack maintenance culture. You can see some people now, they have a very beautiful vehicle, very beautiful house. Even let's use, in the layman language, say police station is always very dirty. Now, there are a lot of institutions that have been revived. A lot of you notice that so many institutions, the governor has rebuilt them, that it has become envy to many of these states. Now, the incoming governor, the governor-elect, Senator Monday Beolo, I doubt. Why did I say I doubt? Because of the body language of the people around him. You are getting that signal. It's our turn to eat. If he really wants to walk, he's going to step on toes. If really he wants to walk, because all the governors that the Edo Central has produced so far has been governors that is enviable. Talking about Professor Abusali, talking about even Professor, Saremo Sumbo. Even he spent just a year and some months. These are people, that the Asian people are proud of. Now, he's coming from that angle. If he really wants to walk, he must be ready to step on toes. Because the people surrounding him now, majority of them, they are not after the progress of the state by their body language. That's why now, you can begin to hear noise here and there now. It is our turn. Because, why did I say doubt? Because of the body language. Now, when he became the governor, the day he swore in as a governor, it is no longer the governor of APC. It is not the governor of Edo State.
That's correct.
Therefore, if he wants to serve the people, he wants to serve Edo State, he wants to write his name with gold, he should be willing to step on toes. And when he begins to step on toes, the narrative will change. What do I mean by stepping on toes? Because there are people around him that are not interested in the progress of the state. They are just only interested in their pocket, what they can get out of the state. Now, if he wants to work, he should know that he's the one that will be bearing the name governor. If he's good, his name will be written in gold. If he's bad, if the thing does not work well, his name too will be spreading. Therefore, if he wants to rule this state, he must be ready to step on toes. Because, why I say I doubt, many men that are surrounding him, even his political party, you can see what we are suffering from the federal now. It is not in pain. Now, we were singing that time. They thought we don't know what we are saying. Look at it. If I am building a house, does it mean my children should be hungry? I'm a family man.
No.
If I am building a house, that is progress. Or because now, we have a project, we are trying to build our headquarters. Then the staff I have in church, they will no longer receive salary. They will not be hungry. No. If we are now building an headquarters, that is progress for the church. Now, the people working around me should feel it. Now, you say you want to build Nigeria. I'm talking about President Tinubu now, which is the #1 man in APC. Now, at the end of the day, he said he wants to build a state. All his policies are impoverishing the people. Now, as we speak now, you know what people are now stealing now? Pot of soup. People now, if you even like now, put those who believe in charm. If you put charm in your plantain, it gets not taken, they will call the plantain and go and eat it. Because there is serious hunger in the land. Now, you want to, you become a governor from the 12th of November. You must know that you want to serve the people. If you are not ready to step on toes, I'm saying it now, let them watch me. If Senator Monday Okpebholo is not ready to step on toes, those people will revoke. Because there is serious hunger in the land. Because all the people, his party as we speak now, sorry to say, but it's the truth, APC is not the solution.
We can't allow that. Dr. Elvis, we cannot allow that.
Listen, I say I'm not a politician.
Yeah, I know you are not a politician.
I'm not speaking for any party. I'm speaking from the federal. You get it now? Because now you will see them come out on social media. You will see them come out, come out on different your sister station and tell us, I am hungry. You are telling me that I'm well fed. Nigerians are hungry, and you are telling us that we are okay. We should be patient. We should be patient. You are buying private jets. We should be patient. All the money that you are spending, in short, you are increasing your ministers instead of reducing it. We should be patient. Is it after the people are finished dying?
Apostle Kuduli talked about the need to remove unions from the markets so that there wouldn't be cost push inflation in the state. Cost push inflation where you transfer the burden of the price system to the consumers, that is those who come to buy. They receive the burden. It's pushed to them. Okay. So my guests have also talked about the need of continuity. We saw some very wonderful edifice while the program was on. State-of-the-art Edo State Civil Service Secretariat. Some civil servants before now used to think that it's only rich people that use AC in their homes. Now, they use AC even in the lift, even in the hallway, in their offices. So if they don't have AC at home, some can spend extra hours and receive and enjoy the AC then before they go through the sun and go home. That's on the lighter side. But that's to tell you of the state-of-the-art secretariat built by Mr. Godwin Obaseki. How are we going to maintain this edifice? It's a task for the governor-elect, and my guests have highlighted that. And I believe that the governor-elect should be thinking about it. I intend to maintain this because within first 100 days in office, some people will go and inspect the secretariat building to see whether it's still the lifts are functioning. Whether you can just go there and use the lift and go to top floor. Whether the ACs are working, whether the electricity is uninterrupted. People will go there to check. So the governor-elect must be aware of this tax. That's what my guests have said. So it is the second half of the program now, and they will really be telling the governor-elect what they want him to do in specifics. We have the education sector. Apostle Kuduli talked about the state-of-the-art facility being put in place too, the building. I think Odudo Baseki seemed to, he's not an architect, but he seemed to know how to build. I think he should be given an award for that. So the building at Yaro, Ministry of Education, has not been completed, but what has been done so far is massive. So the incoming governor, are you going to complete these structures? That's $1 million question that only the governor-elect can answer. We have the health sector. What is the governor-elect going to do? We have the agriculture sector. What is the governor-elect going to do? We have infrastructure in terms of road infrastructure. We have the Ikpoba River Bridge that is in a very, very poor state, dirty, and is an entrance to Benin. You see the Ikpoba River Bridge. You begin to wonder, why can't government think of a flyover at Ikpoba River Bridge or between Ring Road and Aduwawa end of Benin City? Why can't government think of a flyover where you have traffic congestion, where you have gridlock? Don't you think Wike is being talked about? Wike is being praised. Wike is being commended because of the several flyover in Port Harcourt. That's Wike's work. So my guests will talk on these areas. I'm just setting the template. Benin City needs a flyover. Gentlemen, we'll just, continue with Dr. Maxwell now. What is really your expectation for this governor-elect? I've just highlighted different sectors. Do we need a flyover?
I was in high school in the East.
Okay.
So Umar is the Minister of Works. And when you saw Umar coming out to say that roads should be constructed based on concrete, he wasn't just speaking as an engineer in that field, but Umar took up, he was a deputy governor to Ilechi.
Okay.
He was a deputy governor to Ilechi. And throughout, I'm sorry, with all due respect to Ilechi and the family, the number of 8 years they ruled in that state was like a glorified village. I was in Amboy in 2014. So in 2015, Umahi took over. When you say Wike work,
yeah.
Wike did work. When you compare to, if you compare Amboy from where Umahi took up that state and turned that state to, Edo State is not as beautiful as Amboy right now. To be specific, Abakaliki. So that was why when the president appointed him as a minister, I said, they were arguing, Wike will become minister of work because of that. But because people were not aware of what was happening in Ebonyi. So when the president made him minister of works, I just said, he will deliver. And he's actually delivering. Take it or you leave it. It's just that no bureaucratic procedure always sets in, politics sets in and everything. But I will lay that down. The point, what are my expectations? My expectation is this. We easily forget history. Or we easily just forget yesterday, which I want to believe just the same way you are bringing out all these things that the governor has done in his 8 years. You ought to play back what Oshomole did. Are we together? And see if actually the governor completed some of those things. So we shouldn't just be calling for the governor that is coming now in maintaining what he has made. Yes, it's a good thing. But we should also remind the governor that there are several things he left behind. If he's calling for continuity, for all these things to continue, there are things he never continued with.
Would you like to highlight some?
I will tell you, the Waterstone project is
water,
dead on the
the fountain at Ring Road.
The 30 billion fountain at Ring Road, dead on arrival. So let's see, there are more to that. And another thing you must know, yes, Oshomole had his own issue. Ekiadolo is no longer Ekiadolo till tomorrow because of one policy from Oshomole that wrecked that particular place down. Okay, I expected him to have also, for his 8 years, revived that particular community. It was a viable community before. So,
but they have a federal college of education there now. As we speak,
is it viable? That federal college of education is it really?
Okay, that's a topic for
Is it really? So I think this is where journalists has to come in, investigate, talk to the people in that area, and see if really their life has returned back the way he used to be.
Or even better.
Or even better. So these are what we need to put into proper perspective. Because if we must look at all these things, yes, I'm happy with the fact that you said, oh, civil servant can now, there's what we call work-life balance. Or work-life balance. Now, what do we mean by that? Work-life balance means that your work shouldn't take the entirety of you out of you. So you should have the side of your family, your life, balance your life in the way that, okay, we make work productive, and the work should also balance you to make you productive. So we shouldn't just look at it from one side, and we should be able to balance it, because at the end of the day, it's all about productivity. Now, if you look at the various countries who are actually, Africa countries are not in anywhere when it comes to work-life balance, because they actually do not put into proper perspective the well-being of their workforce. Yes, some American countries are not, America is not even there. Italy is the country leading when it comes to work-life balance. Yeah, many of the European countries, they've taken it upon themselves to ensure that their workforce are adequately. That's why when you tell your boss in Italy and you say you have headache, they will tell you go home and take care of yourself. Why? Because you understand that if you die, the work continue. Take care of yourself, then come back to work. So here we just work and work and work and work and work. So what am I trying to say in all these things? The incoming governor, I expect more from him. Yes, the governor that is living now has done well in terms of that a bit.
For the civil
servant. So there is this reorientation in everybody's head and everything. Raise the minimum wage to 70,000. But however, there is a bit of limited number of workforce in Edo State. Teachers, there's a problem there. Yes, we're hearing about 400 teachers to be employed or have already been employed, something that the the transition committee chairman of the APC, Afebwa, the former guide to Oshomole, reacting to that number, etc., etc. But my expectation is this, Mr. Incoming Governor. It's not just all about stepping on toes. There are ways, whether their body language is XYZ of the people who brought you to office. First thing first, I understand that you must settle them. It's normal. It's normal in everywhere. It's normal. Go to any country, anywhere where people come together to make you, if you are sensible enough, at least repay back.
Okay.
Repay back. So, but what am I trying to say? Don't repay back in detriment of the right vision and idea that took you to office. So you should be able, I can take this man as an example, the Ekiti governor. As we speak today, whether you are APC, you are a PDP, you are AFGA, you are everything, everybody is writing for that man for second term. Why? Because he has been able to unify everybody together. One of the greatest challenge the outgoing governor made is that he lacked that particular skill or that way to do ability to bring people together, in spite of their various interests and everything. So I believe this governor should have that. It's not just all about stepping on toes, getting quarrel and hitting the nail, but there are ways. See, words are powerful. Words are powerful. There are ways you will. What I can tell you, I will say, come. Very cool. Come. It's not the same thing. It's the same word, but not the same expression. So when the Bible says, it says soft words turn away wrath in the book of Proverbs. Yes. It tells you more of what words represent. So the incoming governor should understand that words has life. And because of that, he should be able to manage what he says and how he conceives it to his people. So with that, by the time you are able to bring everybody on board, people want to deliver for you. Even if you even tell them that, okay, I'm not giving you this position, I want to give you that position, he or she will be happy. Why? Because the manner and approach to which,
thank you, Dr. Maxwell.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Also, Kudili, your expectations?
Well, I want to draw the attention of our governor-elect. Please do not repeat what our president did after swearing him in.
Yes, West.
The first statement, subsidy is gone. That turned the table, the plate upside down. We are trying to wash the place now that Nigeria is using to eat. We can't wash it clean till today. We try to go to river to fetch water to still wash it and it's still dirty. We don't know where to start from. Yeah. Please, Governor-elect, immediately after you have been sworn in, I know the journalists will be struggling to put mic to hear something from you. And please, I know that you must say something, but do not say a thing that will make Edo State to regret. Or we start to remember what our president said after his swearing in Abuja. Apart from that, I have said this in many occasions in this program, that time will come, if you say you are a politician, they will stone you. I've said it, and I'm still saying it today. The problem we have in this country is politicians. They are not after the people. All they want to do is to get to the office, and once they get to the office, they are after their interests. But let me say, if you now destroy the people, you can't be a politician without the people. For you to be a successful politician, you must start from the grassroots, and the grassroots are the people. And if this politician we are talking about, who brought the governor in, and you are trying to make it serve our party, and at the end of the day, you discover that you are not giving the people what they want. Please, our governor-elect, the task ahead of you is great. And the people of Edo State, personally, my very self, I have been in your campaign and listening to you, although you are a man of few words, but I believe there is action you can play. I'm expecting a lot from you, but we, the politicians, should please, the politicians, I say, please, I'm appealing, allow our governor-elect to perform and to bring out his ideas. Because anyone that God allowed to enter office, there is a reasons. Many of us may have reasons, the other party may have reasons why this man, some may say one thing or the other and see some lapses in their own perspective. But nevertheless, I believe there is a reason why he's there, and we should allow him to work. Politicians, please allow our governor-elect to work. Our governor-elect, please remember the statement of our president after he swore in. Don't repeat, please.
Thank you very much. Dr. Elvis, your expectation. I know you said a lot before.
Let me quickly say this, sir. There are many people who are governors. It was not God that allowed them. In the affairs of men, God does not poke nose. It is not God that allowed them. Some people force themselves into position. It is just clear. It is true.
Your expectation?
Before my expectation, I want to first and foremost disagree with some of the opinion of Dr.
Okay.
Maxwell.
Okay.
you are talking as a human being. Some people don't talk as if blood flows in them. Some politicians, they don't act. Imagine a man of 65 years, he's still stealing. Imagine a man of 70 years, he's still stealing billions. Ask me what he wants to do with it. There are people you think they are human beings. Some are not human beings. They are not acting like a human being. They are not acting like they have conscience. The point of me saying that the governor should be ready to step on toes is that he must take charge. Because, this is not a church service. Even in church service, there are some people who want to still perform some funny things if the man of God there is not in charge. The point is this. If you want to please everybody, you might end up pleasing nobody. Because anybody that is not ready, that is not interested in your progress, in your agenda, no matter what you are going to do, it will not make sense to that person.
Okay, before you continue, Dr. Elvis, can I just ask you this?
Okay.
Because this is something that I think some governors are not doing. Maybe some others are doing it, I may not be aware. Now, don't you think this governor-elect should begin to think within him that, okay, people supported him to be governor in his party. Some may be giving contracts. Don't you think it would be good there's a threat that, oh, I give you this contract, if you are not able to execute, you'll be arrested and prosecuted.
Period.
Sorry, sir. Any governor, see, let me tell you this.
Yes.
Before he will. Abacha said, he said when an insurgent lasts for more than 24 hours, government is involved. Any contract given to anybody and he or she didn't execute, know that it's kill and divide by the same governor and the contractor. Because you cannot give money to somebody to go to market, buy me orange. It will go and buy you mango. No matter how foolish.
Some government
I disagree with you.
I say from the project.
I'm coming, sir. From the way your notion, if I will, your understanding, your meaning might be different from mine.
Yes.
Now, if a governor is not fully in charge, he can give contract, he can award contract, and it will not be done, and he cannot do anything. Because my party, my brother, my sister, my friend. But when a governor is fully in charge, that is when, if he gives you contract or he gives an appointment, you will know that you are there to work. You'll be paid, but you are there to work. But if the governor is not fully in charge, you might discover that we'll be having like 3-4 governors at a particular time, where control will be coming from left and right. Now, the point is this. Like the question you asked me, what's that?
We're about concluding.
Expectation.
Yes.
The first thing the governor should do,
yes,
he should privately meet with the outgoing governor. This transition committee, whatever, they will mislead him. Because if you want to really, begin his government in a very progressive way, he needs to meet with the governor privately. And they have a meeting, they have a talk. There are questions that need to be asked. So that at the end, there are things the governor should tell him. See, that alone will give him. Because if he allows his party, this transition committee, if you look at it now, they already try to, we don't need that now. Edo State need to progress. Edo State need to continue to progress.
Thank you.
Therefore, anything about quarreling, about, because politicians, they are always politicians.
Thank you very much. That's the show. But I must thank Dr. Elvis, thank you. Dr. Maxwell, thank you very much. Apostle Kuduli, thank you. All your comments, like I said, if the governor-elect is not watching, his aides will surely convey the message. Thanks for being a part of 60 Minutes Nigeria. Next week, by the grace of God, we'll be looking at another topic. Bye-bye.